Good afternoon, Monarchs. My name is Dr. Vicki Williams, and I am the Interim Dean of Students for ODU University, and I would like to welcome the class of 2025. Welcome to ODU, and a special welcome to our online learners and families. We are a diverse and inclusive community, a community where we value each of you as members. We will start the journey today to create an environment where you can thrive as monarchs. I have the honor of serving as the Master of Ceremonies for the New Student Convocation. We have an exciting agenda for all of you today. Please take advantage of all the information and experiences provided to ensure your successful transition to life at ODU. In recognition of this formal occasion, we ask all students, faculty, and friends to assist us in honoring the significance of this ceremony. At this time, please silence all cell phones. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and clear the aisle as we begin the academic processional. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthem.
President Kempfield, the 2021 New Student Convocation ceremony of Old Dominion University is ready to begin. Please be seated.
Our first speaker, Dr. Don Stansberry, serves Old Dominion University as the Vice President of Student Engagement and Enrollment Services. Monarchs, welcome Dr. Don Stansberry.
It is my pleasure to welcome each of you to the New Student Convocation ceremony. Let's give everyone a round of applause for being here on a Friday afternoon to kick off your academic year. First, I would like to recognize the members of the platform party. Please hold your applause until the end, and they've all been announced. And as I read their name, they'll stand up so that you can see members of our leadership team. Annie Gibson, Assistant to the President for Local, State, and Federal Government Relations. Wood Seelig, the Director of Athletics. Ashley Shoemaker, Chief of Staff and Vice President for Strategic Operations. September Sanderlin, Vice President for Human Resources. Victoria Time, University Marshal. Scott Shellstrom, our keynote speaker. Vicki Williams, Interim Dean of Students and Associate Vice President. Alonzo Brandon, Vice President for University Advancement. Augustine Ago, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Miles Nixon, your Student Body President, Student Government Association President. And for the first time for you to meet our 9th President, Dr. Brian Hemphill, President of Old Dominion University. It is with great pleasure to be with you here today, welcome you as monarchs, and soon to be in 4 short years, ODU's alumni. Already, you're here in the first couple days, and I'm talking about when you're going to walk across the stage in 4 years. Pretty exciting, right? That time went fast. The time here is going to go fast, so we want to make sure you take advantage of every single moment. I'd like to spend just a couple minutes talking with you about how excited that I am and each member of the faculty and staff is to have you here and to have joined the Monarch family. I'd also like to share with you the theme that you will hear throughout today and this semester as you experience Old Dominion University. The theme is Care, Cultivate, and Connect. Care, Cultivate, and Connect. You have joined the ODU community as a Monarch citizen. It is a privilege to be part of the community, and we are excited to have you here to commit to our ideals. This includes a commitment to yourselves, your fellow students, your institution, and our surrounding community. We want you to commit to building on the legacy of those who have come before you, and in return, we commit to assisting every one of you with your success in creating your own legacy. There will be times when you face challenges. There will be times when you fail. And as a monarch, we stand up, we face our challenge, and overcome them. And we are here to help you along the way. So don't be afraid to ask for help or make a new friend. This is a new day for each of you and a new day for us as an institution. All of you sitting here today can and will be successful. And together we will build on the Monarch legacy and commit to being a vital part of Old Dominion University's future. Again, welcome to Old Dominion University, and I look forward to seeing each of you in the arena 4 short years from now as you walk across the stage and receive your diploma. At this time, it is my great honor to reintroduce to you our 9th president of Old Dominion University, Dr. Brian Hemphill.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you. Dr. Williams, thank you for leading us in today's ceremony, which is an important introduction into the Monarch family and the ODU experience. Let's give Dr. Williams a round of applause. I'd also like to ask members of the cabinet to stand one more time. I want you to see them. Let's give our members of the cabinet another round of applause. Thank you. And I'd be remiss if I did not acknowledge our outstanding faculty that are with us. Please stand, faculty. Students, let's salute our faculty. Let's give them a hearty round of applause. Thank you. I'd also like to begin by acknowledging your Vice President for Student Engagement and Enrollment Services, Dr. Don Stansberry. Vice President Stansberry and his team will be with you every step of the way. Don, please stand. Members of your team, I know you're here. Let's give our Vice President a round of applause. Greatly appreciate him. On behalf of ODU and your fellow monarchs, it is an honor to be here with each and every one of you to mark this occasion, our freshman convocation. Students, you've already demonstrated an extraordinary level of commitment and hard work to be here. And because of that determination, you can proudly call yourselves monarchs. Congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. Proud of you. It is an honor and privilege to stand before you today as Old Dominion's 9th president. But the greatest honor, however, is sharing this incredible journey with each of you. I will forever share a special connection with each of you, the class of 2025. A little bit about me. I grew up in rural town in North Carolina, a first-generation student, just like many of you. I entered college not knowing exactly what to expect. Could I ask all of our first-generation college students to please stand? All of our first-generation students, please stand. Just stand where you are and remain standing. Please stand. Remain standing. Remain standing. Remain standing. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. I want each of you to know that as I stood in that same place, I was nervous, excited, and a little bit scared. These are the many emotions that you should be feeling as a first-generation college student. But at the same time, I was determined to grow, to learn, and to succeed. And with the help of the university family and my immediate family, I did just that. And I'm confident that you will attain the same sense of accomplishment right here at Old Dominion University. Let's give them a round of applause. Please be seated. So as I stand before you today, I can say that the academic program offerings are growing and evolving to meet the 21st century needs and expectations of you, our students. We're investing in your engagement and your success. Our student body is diversifying to become more reflective of the world in which we live, learn, and work. Our faculty make ODU so very special. Our staff make ODU so very special. They continue to expand their knowledge in order to better inform and support your education. And our more than 160,000 alumni are thriving and making a difference across the Commonwealth of Virginia, the nation, and the world. So as we transition into the fall, I hope to see you engaged in the arts, cheering on our student athletes, and participating in community service. Ultimately, I challenge you to find your niche and passion within this community. Now, at ODU, we embrace the sense of community while also staying attuned to the individuality of each member. And to bring this idea to life, I would like for you to participate in a quick exercise which will demonstrate the diversity as well as the unity of your class. As I call out a characteristic in which you identify, please stand as you're able and remain standing. If you're planning to enter the fields, economics, finance, management, or marketing, please stand and remain standing. Remain standing. If you plan to study the arts, such as 3D media, graphic design, painting, photography, dance, theater, film, or music, please stand and remain standing. If you plan to study in the School of Cybersecurity, please stand and remain standing. Excellent. You can show a little pride, that's okay. If you plan to be an engineer or enter a technology field, please stand. Our engineers. Outstanding. If you're undecided but excited about exploring the opportunities for your major, please stand. All right. If you're here to study in the College of Health Sciences, please stand. If you're a Monarch athlete, please stand. In the corner, right there. If you plan to study English, history, political science, criminal justice, psychology, or a program in the humanities, please stand. If you're going to be a teacher or a human service professional, please stand. If you like to travel to a beautiful location like Mexico, Italy, or Ireland via study abroad or other locations, please stand. Or raise your hands if you like to study abroad. If you're still sitting, please stand. Now I want you to look around the room. I want you to look around this room for a second. Look around the Coliseum. And I want you to know that this is fundamentally what ODU is all about. Getting you up on your feet and getting you engaged in your education. Please be seated. You are the reason that we're here, to help you get on your feet and engage in your education and prepare you to walk across this very stage as proud graduates. My colleagues and I are dedicated to providing the best college experience possible. You are the reason that we chose to work in higher education. Now it's time for you to find your reason. And please remember that you're not alone on this journey. And under no circumstance do you give up on pursuing your degree here at ODU without allowing us to help you fight for it. Your professors, your peers, your family members, your loved ones, we're all here to support you through this next 4 years and beyond. I encourage you to embrace all of the exciting opportunities available to you on this campus and the community. Enjoy the many moments that you will experience here. Achieving your dreams will no doubt require a tremendous amount of hard work and persistence. You must stay the course even during challenging times. We believe in each and every one of you and look forward to your many successes at ODU. Thank you, and go Monarchs. Thank you.
Thank you, President Hemphill. Our speaker today is an artist and business innovator who teaches how to rediscover inner creativity for unique solutions to everyday challenges. He has been a creative vice president at the largest ad agency in the world. His comedy improv group performed on the top of New York stages. His artwork has hung in the most prestigious galleries and museums across America. Oh, and yes, he was one of the first dancers on Soul Train. Please help me welcome Scott Shellstrom.
It's an old one. It's an old dance show. It's a teen dance show when they were your age. It's very different than American Bandstand. How many people know American Bandstand? Yeah, there was the whole lines up here were raising their hand. It's two ends of the spectrum. American Bandstand's over here with Dick Clark. He was a radio guy. He kind of talked, sing-songy. He never aged until he was dead. It was fun to watch American Bandstand. They had a halftime where the couples came up and they had to rate a song, and the song would play, and they go like, "Hey, I give it 10. I could dance to it. It's got a good beat." But then over here, the other end of the spectrum, complete different perspective. You had Soul Train. The host there was Don Cornelius. He had a deep, dark, sexy voice. Yeah. And can we talk dancing? Oh, yeah, the dancing was completely different. Over here, American Bandstand, they were doing stuff like this. Come on, you can do it with me. All right, it's up, everybody. Whoa, what was that? That is not dancing. No, it's cool. I liked it. It was fun. Who wouldn't do that? But then on Soul Train, dancing was magic. Come on. Here we go.
They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it. You better run, you better do it.
Woo! Yes! ODU! Hey, we're gonna have fun just for a few minutes. Hey, man, it's all about perspectives. It could be all the way over there, all the way over here. You kids are gonna have so many new perspectives in front of you. And the whole idea is reach for them. Go for them. Like the president was saying, engage. Engage with your new perspectives. Engage with your new friends. Face those new perspectives. But you know what? It's so scary going for new things, doesn't it? We all got that voice in our head, don't we? You know, the one that says, "Oh, don't make a fool out of yourself. Don't dance in front of a whole bunch of students and be an idiot." We all have that voice right there. It's negative. And we got to ignore it. I mean, we can hear it. We're not going to get rid of it. It's kind of like one of your friends. Do you have a friend that's always saying negative stuff? You know, "Hey, let's don't go there. I don't want to do that." I do. But they're still going to remain your friend. They're always there. We need to go for those new perspectives. I remember when I was a kid, I had that little voice in my head screaming when it was time to read out loud. I was bad at it. I was awful at it. And when I stood up and read, I heard people snickering. They were laughing. They said the word stupid. And you know, that little voice up here heard it. And I still hear it today. It says, "Don't be stupid." And then as I got older and I went to high school, I was having problems again. My teachers were saying, "Scott, you really got a problem." And they brought my parents in. And my parents said, "What do we do?" And they said, "Take him for testing." And we didn't have much cash, so we went to the affordable testing place. And after getting tested, they came out and they said, "Well, Scott's, his reading's okay, but I think he's not applying himself." And that voice in there, ooh, it loved that. "You're stupid and you're lazy." And then I got to where you guys are, college. Boy, was I having problems then. And I found out there was a lab you could go to get extra credit. So I went to the lab, sat down in it. They put a word up in front of me and I wrote it down, then a whole sentence, then I write that down. Then a kid came out, handed me a paragraph, and he said, "Go ahead, read that." Oh man, I fumbled through it, and he's kept, sitting there writing all these notes, these copious notes, looking at me. And then when I was done, I was done. Hey, I didn't get an A or B or C or D or F. I got the points, and I was happy. I was walking back to my residence, as you will soon, and all of a sudden I got a tap on my shoulder, and it was that guy. And he said to me, "Hey, Scott, have you had problems with reading and writing?" And I said, "Yeah, my whole life." He says, "You got this learning disability." And you know who loved that? That little voice in my head who was screaming at the moment, "Trifecta! You are now stupid, lazy, and learning disabled. Then I asked him, what's the story? He says, you've got dyslexia. Now, this is a long time ago. I had no idea what dyslexia was. So I went to Google of a day, which was the library. I go up to a card catalog. Do they still have those? I go in, I pull out the drawer. I'm going through the D's. About now, I realize whoever came up with the spelling for dyslexia, mean person. Anyways, I find this great article. I grab it. I run over to the magazine rack. I open up the magazine. I turn to page 23. No, 32. And there was the title of the article. Leonardo da Vinci had the gift of dyslexia. It explained that most dyslexics are left-handed, and he was left-handed. He wrote backwards. His grammar wasn't the best, but the big telltale was in his drawings. If you looked at his drawings, like for instance, there's one where there's a gear. If you actually built that gear would go nowhere. And then he explained what dyslexia was to the layman. Between your left and right hemisphere, information goes back like a walk in the park. But with a dyslexic, it's like bumper cars. It's like, then I wonder to myself, where the heck is the benefit of that? Where's the gift? It said, people with dyslexia think differently. And the historians believe that maybe Newton, Einstein, and even Beethoven may have had dyslexia. And like that, it changed my perspective. I'm no longer, and my voice in my head did not like this, I was no longer stupid, lazy, and learning disabled, but this article was telling me I was gifted. You today are about to go forward and face the toughest challenges you have ever faced. So take the 3 C's that they talked about, and especially the second one, connect, engage, as your president said, engage others to fight through those challenges, especially with people that have already fought those challenges, and get out there and unleash your inner Da Vinci. And so I would like, at this time, to unleash a little Da Vinci of my own.
I ain't too sure what I believe in, but I believe in what I see. And when I close my eyes, I see my whole life ahead of me. These are all this is our time. This is our time. These are ours. Out on the verge. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives tonight. Top of the world and we'll trust you tonight. Edge of the earth and we're touching the sky tonight. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. These are ours. This is our time. These are ours. Out on the verge. Out on the verge. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives tonight. Top of the world and we'll trust you tonight. Edge of the earth and we're touching the sky tonight. Out on the verge of the rest of our lives.
How exciting, Monarchs. You've been challenged to unleash and engage. Our next speaker is Dr. Austin Ago. The provost is the chief academic official at Old Dominion. Please welcome Dr. Ago.
Scott, that is truly amazing. How about one more round of applause for Scott? Good afternoon, class of 2025. On behalf of the 1,972 faculty members you will have the opportunity to meet and interact with over the next 4 years, I say congratulations to you as you enter this important phase of your life, and welcome to Old Dominion University. We know that you are very excited to start your Monarch journey, and we are very proud of you. You have earned the privilege and right to be a student at ODU, and I encourage you to be active in every aspect of your college education. This is your time. Discover yourself, make new friends, ask a lot of questions. This is your space. You have earned the right to be here. The message I bring to you this afternoon is that both faculty and students are responsible for upholding the highest standards of academic integrity inside and outside of the classroom. We ask that you review the code of student conduct very carefully, not just read, but commit yourself to its principles. We expect you to always demonstrate honesty and integrity. Again, I commend you for making the decision to pursue your college education at ODU. We look forward to working with you to accomplish your educational goals. And I look forward to seeing you again in 2025 at commencement. 2025 is how many years away from now? Not 6 years, 4 years. Now I have the pleasure of introducing a student leader who works very hard to represent you within our university governance system. Miles Nixon, the president of the Student Government Association, is a fourth-year student who is majoring in psychology with a dual minor in communications and management. His long-term career goal is to become an industrial organizational psychologist. Please welcome the president of the Student Government Association, Miles Nixon.
On behalf of the student body, welcome to Old Dominion University. You have decided to come to ODU at a very exciting time. We want you to be proud of the institution that you have selected and to know that you chose the best university in the country from which to receive your degree. As new members of the Monarch community, we want you to stand firm in the fact that Old Dominion University is committed to supporting your academic success and well-being as you enter this new chapter in your life. As the university moves forward with new leadership, new emerging colleges and programs, and new infrastructure on campus, the Student Government Association could not think of a better time to spearhead a major initiative on campus. This year, the 91st Session Student Government Association wants to partner with you as a member of the Monarch community to reclaim the Monarch experience. As we all know, the pandemic has altered our way of life seemingly overnight, and ODU was no exception. As returning Monarchs transition back and you begin your Monarch experience, our responsibility is to spearhead new and improved traditions and create a new culture around what it means to be a monarch. This year is all about you. Partner with us as we work diligently to make your collegiate experience the best. Monarchs, this is your opportunity to be a part of history. As Old Dominion University students, we can reclaim the monarch experience. We can grow and reignite the rich traditions that the generations of monarchs have laid out before us. Class of 2025, this is our time to establish new traditions that future generations of monarchs will come to love. At this time, I'm going to read the Citizenship Pledge that will describe the essence of our responsibilities as citizens of the monarch community. Following this pledge, I will invite all new students to affirm acceptance by saying, "I do." As a monarch citizen, I value ODU and all its members. My learning and success are priorities. I will be responsible and engaged in all areas of campus and community life. I embrace my role as a monarch citizen and will hold myself and others accountable for holding these tenets. I am proud to be a monarch. I invite you now to join me in committing to this pledge by saying, "I do." We have a tradition at ODU with the lapel pins you received. This is a new monarch pin for each student in the class of 2025. I ask that you have your pens in hand. I would then ask that you place the pen over your heart and turn to the person on each side and introduce yourself to a fellow student by saying your name and acknowledging that you are a monarch citizen as you place the ODU pen on your own attire. Now that you have become a monarch citizen, you are a monarch for life. You will note that the class of 2025 is designated on each of your pens. There will be 2 times where you celebrate as a class. Today, as we welcome you into the monarch community, and 4 years from now when you celebrate your graduation as the class of 2025. We are so excited that you have joined our ODU family and hope that you continue to be proud of this great institution. I invite you to turn your attention to the monitors above as we play a brief video.
A monarch citizen values ODU and all its members. Learning and success is a priority. A monarch citizen is responsible and engaged in all areas of campus and community life. A monarch citizen embraces their role as a monarch and holds themselves and others to these tenets. A monarch citizen is proud to be an ODU monarch. A monarch citizen also understands Rep ODU, responsibility, engagement, and pride. Responsibility means a responsibility for your learning, actions, and behaviors, as well as a shared responsibility for yourself and others on and off campus. Engagement is the key to being connected to the university and having that defined college experience. For students, joining a club, taking action for change through student leadership, and playing intramurals are all examples of great monarch citizens. Pride is the ownership of our institution. It is defending it and speaking positively to others about your experience. Pride is also an emotional connection that all campus community members should feel towards each other as monarchs. Whether it be a tragic occurrence, an athletic event, or a cause for common good, monarch citizens are expected to come together as one. No matter if you are a student, faculty, staff, alumni, fan, or neighbor, we are all citizens of the Old Dominion University community. As Monarch citizens, we must come together and create the connection that defines our campus life and experience. We are Monarch citizens.
Thank you, Miles Nixon. Let's give your SGA president a round of applause. At this time, please stand for the alma mater. This concludes the 2021 New Student Convocation ceremony. All right, hold tight, class of 2025, hold tight. Please remain in place. Please remain in place while the platform party and faculty recess. Class of 2025, please be seated. While this concludes the formal portion of our program, we ask that you remain seated. We will dismiss the class of 2025 by your academic college. Upon leaving the building, hold on 2025, hold tight. I got something for you. We do. Upon leaving the building, you will pick up a t-shirt representing your academic college that should be worn tomorrow, Saturday, at the College Connection meeting. I'm going to do a repeat on that because it's super important. Upon leaving the building, you will pick up a t-shirt representing your academic college that should be worn tomorrow, Saturday, at the College Connections meetings, which will occur between 1 and 3 p.m. Please check the Monarch Experience website for the location of your College Connection meeting. Now, I will start to dismiss the class of 2025 by college. As each academic college is dismissed, please look to the large screen to verify that your major is a part of the academic college. So we will start with, if you are a part of the Darden College of Education and Professional Studies, I repeat, if you are a part of the Darden College of Education and Professional Studies, you will now exit to my right. If you are a part of the Darden College of Education and Professional Studies, please exit to the right, in the back, to the right, back. And everyone else, please remain seated. Okay. All students who are in the School of Cybersecurity will exit to the back, my left. All students in the